What up, G? Welcome, everybody, to the One Shot Kills podcast. I am your host, a hardcore icon, Ray Scott, and with your co-host, the King of Bong Style, Jojo Valvano. Sir, how you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. I just got to see Jacob Fatu destroy the Usos and the Tribal Chief.
Yeet.
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Bro, I'm pretty upset. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Jacob Fatu went out there 2 nights, almost back to back, right? Yeah. And murdered our tribal chief right in front of us, Joe.
And he beat up the Usos because Jay was yelling at him. He was like, "Bro, think about it. Don't do nothing. Don't do nothing, Us. Don't do nothing." And
you're gonna regret this.
They slapped him.
And now, I admit, I thought Roman Reigns had him at first, bro. He's beating him with the chair and everything. And then the minute he gets that first tongue and death grip him, bro, and he hit it like 4 or 5 fucking times. He even jumped on it on the last one. Like, bro.
He was a beast tonight, bro.
You know, I like it what WWE has been doing as of late, where they're starting to make finishers. Like, even though he did it a bunch, every time he's done it to Roman Reigns, he's damn near killed him. All right? Yeah. And so this is where a finish, that's exactly what it should look like, y'all. It's not like some AEW stuff. And no need to knock on the Young Bucks, but you know. All right? And a finish should really look like it destroyed you. You're done. And, bro, that's what I like about Jacob Fatu and what he's doing right now.
That claw, bro, he put Roman, he didn't choke.
I thought he was grabbing him by the throat.
Yeah. He was just, bro, he was murdering this man. Roman hit him with the chair, everything. He could not keep him down. We thought it was over. He walks away. He comes running back, just like jumps in front of the Usos and Roman and takes them all out with the barricade. I legit was like, holy fuck.
This was awesome. So damn good. And this was the best way possible to close the show.
Yeah.
Truthfully. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah.
But even the match before it, bro. El Grande Americano original versus, well, he says like gracias. But anyways, versus Dirty Dom, bro, living legend, king of the luchadors. Bro, what did you think of this AAA Mega Championship match?
He cheated.
Bro, what do you mean? He didn't cheat, bro. Finn Balor beat up JD McDonough before the match even happened.
He cheated, bro. You got freaking the other Americano distracting the other Americano, and he's grabbing his mask, and then 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 9 out of blue. And then
bro, that's not Dom's fault. Dom didn't tell the ever El Grande, "Hey, come help me." We seen what Dom did, bro. What happened right before Dom went through the curtain?
He got his boy beat up. He didn't even help him, bro.
No, he just stood there and watched.
He's like
Joe, this is how I imagine if I got beat up, what would happen. You would just stay there and watch, just like he did. And then he said, "Bro, I wouldn't beat you up right now, but I got a title match. I got to defend the title."
Unlike you wouldn't know that. I just was like, "Bro, are you serious?"
No, that was good, bro. He buried his ass right there.
I looked over like, "Damn, you got me."
Hey.
No, but that match for the Mega title was really good. I enjoyed that. I also enjoyed Penta's promo where he called out Ethan Page, and then All Ego comes out, and he basically says he wants the title. But then Rusev comes out, and he wants the title. And guess what happens after this? Javon comes out.
Yeet. And bro, this was probably one of my favorite segments of the entire night. All right, you got Penta talking mad trash, bro. He called him pendejo, and he was saying that he didn't have the balls to face him tonight because Ethan Page wanted to match in 2 weeks at Saturday night's main event. Bro, I thought like this was great. And the way the crowd, bro, automatically have taken the Ethan Page as probably the top heel on Monday Night Raw.
Ego. I love his music, bro. Oh man.
Me too. And I honestly think he's gonna be the Intercontinental Champion, bro. Just wait, probably about another month.
He's got a title match on May 23rd at Saturday night's main event.
He's gonna win.
Yeah, I hope he does.
But I'm
But
glad
man,
Rusev's back on TV. Can we all cheer for this?
but he lost. I was just about to say this. He lost. He's back on TV. Great. But guess what? He lost.
Just kind of like when I promise when Alistair comes back on TV, same thing.
It sucks though, man. I love Javon. I think he's great, but man, poor Rusev. He looks good in the moments, but then as the match starts, he looks good and he loses.
But brother, you've talked about this for years. The young guy should go over.
I agree, but I still love Rusev. I think he deserves his flowers, but he's never going to get it.
Honestly, he should. Let me tell you something. He's a guy who looks like a world champion, can wrestle like a world champion. His promos have gotten better. All right. However, for whatever reason, and this is just my opinion, I don't think he connects with the audience
Me
because he's
either.
not very charismatic at all, and that's what he's missing. Like, bro, if they had Lana as his mouthpiece again, bro,
He'd be great. That was the best time.
fantastic,
That's just like Andrade with Selena.
best time.
Like,
Paul
yeah,
with
but
Brock.
yeah, but honestly, like, yeah, I agree.
Hell, I'd even say Paul with Roman.
Yeah. One segment though that I didn't really care about was Paige, Bree, and then the Judgment Day stuff. Even though I love
Talking
Roxy,
about you told me I would carry on the Bella name. I would be just like the mini Bella coming up or something like that, right?
yeah,
And then she goes, I did believe in that. But didn't you listen to the Judgment Day? You need to stop listening to him. And I'm like, okay, Finn Balor. And then she talks about how women like her paved the way and that she should have listened. But the only person more disappointed in Roxanne wasn't Brie; it was her mom.
dude. And then Raquel goes after Paige, says, "I'm waiting for another scandal to happen with you." I was like, "Yo!" Her
Yo,
face was like, "Are you serious?" I had to
bro,
mention that because she said it, and the crowd was like, "Ooh!"
bro, and that was the exact reaction, and it was fantastic. I gotta admit this. This is probably the best thing Raquel's ever done. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
And Liv Morgan helps them out and beats up Paige, I believe, and then they take out Brie, and then they stand tall with all the belts. I loved that. I love
So,
all
could we
that.
possibly see all Judgment Day girls holding gold?
I don't think we will because I'm telling you, bro, Roxy's turning on this group, and we're getting Liv and Roxy at SummerSlam. That's my prediction.
And I would love that so much. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But I think, truthfully, I'm gonna stretch it out a little further. I'd take it to Survivor Series.
Or I could see that too. Either one of those, honestly. But the segment was all right, but I liked them standing tall with the belts. Um, Asuka said goodbye to Io in a promo.
Bro, now this one got me.
Yeah,
Okay, this one got me. I didn't understand. I'm gonna be honest, half the promo,
me either.
but when they're talking to each other, and then you see the embrace, and she says goodbye, and even Oscar had said, you know, you've replaced me because you've surpassed me, and even when we fought, that's all I wanted was
You're
for you
ready
to
for Asuka.
surpass me.
Like she even said, you were ready for Asuka.
And bro, so this is Asuka's goodbye. And
Yeah,
I love that it didn't end at Saturday night's main event. I'm
yeah,
glad she had one more, chance to actually say goodbye.
me too.
And while turning babyface in the process. Now it's what's next.
New Japan, AEW, maybe retirement for now. I don't know. I really don't.
Dude, I would rather say AEW than say retirement.
I agree. But I was happy to see her there as well. We had Division start off the show with a promo where they were talking about Seth, and then they started talking about the Street Profits. And the minute you mention his name, they show up. Out comes
Well,
the
they actually
Profits.
started talking about Bianca
Yeah, that
and
too.
how the Street Profits had to come back to work because Montez can no longer pay the bills since Bianca's out.
Yeah, and then he even said it in the promo. He's like, "Yeah, we did come back for that, but I'm coming back to whoop your ass and take
What?
those belts." And I think that'll
What?
happen.
And bro,
Profits.
he said Daddy's coming home a champion.
He's
Is
gonna
that
win the.
gonna
Yeah,
happen, bro?
they're gonna win the titles at Saturday night's main event because that's where the belts are gonna be on the line. So
Oh hell yeah!
we want the
The
smoke.
smoke.
Yeah, but that was
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good match at the mini or at Saturday night's main event. But I personally didn't really care about the 6-man
Bro,
tag with
we
Hendry and
we can
Profit.
skip that
Yeah, I didn't care.
because I would rather talk about the Obafemi Open Challenge that was canceled by Adam Pierce, who before he even said a word, bro, came out to like the heaviest set of booze,
Dude,
which was
they were
funny as hell.
booing him. He's like,
What?
I didn't say
I'm the
anything.
good guy here.
I didn't
Kind
say
of like,
anything yet.
and then he goes, the Obafemi Open Challenge is canceled because nobody wants to
Boo.
face you. And then that crowd booed, bro. And then Obafemi's like, what? You're telling me there's a bunch of cowards back here? And then he walks backstage, bro, picks up one of Los
Angel
Garza's, drags the other one,
just
and beats their ass for like 5 minutes straight, bro. And that crowd erupted. You heard,
before he
Oba.
comes out, bro, his music doesn't even show up, and they're just chanting for him. Like I love that little thing they do. How they don't play his music, but they let the crowd chant for him. Then his music plays, and it gets louder. Like
But
it
when you
got
hear that first,
louder.
who, like, bro, that crowd's already just
Yeah.
popped. And like, honestly, bro, this is what's crazy to me. Tell me if I'm wrong. Please tell me if I'm wrong. Brock Lesnar in 5 minutes made Obafemi more of a star than Goldberg, John Cena, AJ Styles made Gunther.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, but I just still feel like they got to keep the momentum going. I know it's a little bit open challenges is fine for me, but it's like I don't want to
So
see it every
here's
week.
my thing. I thought about this. Do I see Jacob Fatu beating Roman Reigns? No, I do not. However, what if we get to SummerSlam and it's Obafemi versus Roman Reigns? Obafemi stays defeated all the way to SummerSlam
He wins.
and beats the Tribal Chief.
He has to win. If you book that match, which I want that match, I've been actually saying
Mhm.
that for a long time because I want that. Well, at least for a couple weeks. But Oba Roman needs to be booked for SummerSlam. I don't
Yes,
know who
sir.
else. If it's not Oba, Gunther, but then like I don't know. It
And
needs to
like,
be
bro,
Oba,
could you imagine the pop?
dude. Roman was acting like a heel tonight too. Like that's another
Mhm.
thing. He doesn't even come off to me as a baby face.
Well, bro, that's because this is bloodline Roman Reigns, bro. This is tribal chief, head of the table Roman Reigns, bro. Talking about, you know what, Jacob Fatu needs to get his ass in line. He said when he lost, and I told him he would. He will come in this ring and he will acknowledge me. All right, bro. And he said, you better get him in line. So Jey Uso was sent to the parking lot alone, which I thought was stupid. All right. Because you have Jacob Fatu who just murdered Roman Reigns on
Maybe you should have
Saturday
been with
night,
him.
right? But like, bro, think about this. He just murdered him on Saturday. All right. When Jacob Fatu stepped out of that car and he seen Jay, the first thing he should have done is destroyed him in the parking lot while Roman Reigns is watching on the screen.
Yeah.
All right.
Not doing anything to help his
Not
cousin.
doing nothing. Didn't
Good
run back there
guy.
and save him nothing. Hey, what about that brother, bro? Where was he at?
Well,
Nowhere.
Jimmy was also walking up like, bro, just relax, don't do it. He turns around and boom, slapped in his face, bro. Grabs him, throws him into the freaking other side of the barricade, and then
Bro, he put
it was
all
great.
three of them through the barricade.
Yeah, like he came like honest, and then one of the referees after he did that, he was walking away. One of the refs was behind him, and like you could, the camera's right there, and the ref is behind him. Jacob turns around, looks at him, the dude just goes back.
Bro,
Like he was like, bro, I'm not messing with you.
and this is good. Like it's those little moments, bro,
Yeah,
that make it so much more.
yeah.
And
Jacob was a
this
beast.
this to me was just absolutely really good. The worst part of this show, I'm not even gonna lie to you, was Sol Ruka's match where she botched again 2 weeks in a row. Now look, I understand she's young. I understand mistakes happen. All right, we watched Seth Rollins retire multiple guys in 2015. Broke John Cena's nose. All right, bro, destroyed Finn Balor's career, and then retired Sting. But bro, we got past that. Nia Jax 2017, we survived that. But bro, Ruka's not really looking like she's hurting nobody else. She looks like she's hurting herself.
Yeah, I did see that. There was the move you're talking about when she went for her like cutter and kind of like messed up,
Yeah, two
and then
weeks, bro, back to back.
And
And
then
look,
Io rolled her up from that. Like she went to do the move, and Io flipped her up, which I liked that. I thought that was awesome.
no, that was a perfect save by EO. All right, but it was so noticeable.
Yeah,
All right, and this is one where if this is your finish and you can't execute your finish, find a different move.
yeah, I agree. I still thought the match was pretty solid. Take away that spot because I do agree with you. I just think she's gonna take some time. I'm not
Do you
trying to give
know?
her excuses. I'm really not, but
Do you know why it ruined the match for me?
why?
This was the finish.
I understand. I kind of, in a way, kind of agree, but I still like the match. Like I'm not gonna.
I understand that you're trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, and I kind of respect that. Actually, I really do. All right, but my thing about it is you're in the big leagues now.
Yeah,
All right, you go hard or you go home.
it's not NXT no more. So
Bingo.
I do agree with you. But speaking of your favorite, who was in the back of a car with Austin Theory and Logan Paul, Miss Maxine Dupree.
Dupley,
I don't know if
bro.
anybody
Where
called
was
it.
Otis? Where was Tozawa?
Did you see her though, bro? She literally
I
like
seen
looked.
her.
She looked and then she was like, "Oh,
Oh,
nobody just seen me. We did see you."
bro, we seen it all.
Otis hopefully seen too.
Otis
He's
probably
probably
sitting
like,
at home crying his eyes out, crying in the shower, playing "Where Did I Go
"Go
Wrong?"
wrong with what's his name? Um,
Tozawa.
is that yeah. That was just funny though. When I seen Maxine in the back, I was like, "Was that her?" And I went back. I was like, "That's her." They got
Mm,
something going on with her. I don't know what it is, but hopefully it's better than what she was doing.
absolutely. And then the only thing we didn't get into, and I said skip it, but you know what? It's the last thing. Truthfully, 6-man tag.
I didn't care about it. Like
What about the
Seth,
promo?
I don't really care about this Seth Street Profits Vision stuff. Like I'm just sick of the Vision, to be honest. Like I wish Seth would feud with someone else. He already lost, so it's like, what are we doing?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was funny when Seth was backstage with the Street Profits, and he was trying to talk to Montez and tell him that they need him, and then Montez got right up in his face and said, "Nah, we don't need you. We never needed you, bro. We've been here before. We will do it again." And he basically told him to fuck off, and I
I like
respected
that.
the hell out of that.
I
Like,
like that.
bro, that to me was funny as hell. And you see Seth Rollins just standing there and then Angelo Dawkins just goes, "Eh."
I agree with him. No, but honestly, he's right. Honestly, that was the better of the entire segment. The 6-man, the promo, that was the best part of it. That segment.
Yes.
So I enjoyed that. The six
And,
man tag is probably the one thing personally I did not care about.
but other than
Honestly,
that, Raw, you got to admit, these last 3 weeks, pretty good. And I'll
yeah,
admit, it's gotten better week by week. I'll give respect where respect is due. I'll say that, truthfully, I agree with you. The only thing, truthfully, that I think really bothered me the most was Souls match and the 6-man tag. But other than that, I enjoyed every part of the show. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. I agree with you, Jordan. And God bless you, brother.
the Roman stuff in the beginning when he talked to Adam and was like, Adam's like, I'm gonna fire him. And he's like, no, who brought him in? You did. Well, I'm gonna take him out. I liked all that, and then we get to the ending with Jacob
Hmm.
backstage with Jay, and then he just beats the crap out of him. Then Jimmy gets it, and then they just. I loved all that, especially with the barricade when he comes flying back, bro. I mean, this dude is running like Braun Breaker, and
Yes,
he
sir.
just jumps into the
Took out
barricade
all 3 dudes, bro, at
and the
once.
barricade and the other side. I was like,
Now
yo,
imagine this was 2021, 2022. Bro just took out the entire bloodline by himself.
dude, this made Jacob look like a beast. And
Yes,
just that
sir.
part, just the part with the ref when the camera was up to him and he just like backed off. I really loved that. It made
And I
Jacob look more like a beast.
And I agree with you on that, and I agree with you, Jordan. Obafemi right now is kind of like on that Goldberg run with short matches, but he's victorious. He's going to be the next. He's going to be the next big thing. Honestly, he's
Yeah.
to me replaced that Goldberg Brock Lesnar figure, and he's doing a really great job at it. And then you said Oba versus Drew. That would be amazing. And I'm really hoping that we get Drew back, say, around the Royal Rumble. Because if Oba were to win the championship at SummerSlam from Roman, bro, we really could have Drew versus Oba at WrestleMania.
See, I really want these open challenges to be like Omos versus Oba, Oba versus Sheamus, Oba versus Drew.
Oh,
If
you
you're gonna
want
do open,
giants.
yeah, like if you're gonna do open challenges, like I don't want to just see squash jobbers. I want other things too. But
I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like just because like of how huge they both are, Omos and Oba, that'd be something. I'd watch
dude,
that.
that would break the ring. That would break the entire ring. I want to see that.
They
That's
need to do that spot.
him and Sheamus too. That is a hard
Oh,
hitting match.
that
Oh
bro, put that in a street fight.
yes. Oh my. Like I said, Oba's stuff, or the Roman Jacob stuff, Asuka Io hugging, saying goodbye to each other, the Judgment Day laying out the champions, Balor attacking JD,
Well,
Ethan
Dominic
Page,
watched.
yeah, the Ethan Page, Rusev, Javon, Penta stuff. I enjoyed all that stuff. It's
Me
really
too.
just the 6-man tag, honestly. That's my biggest like. I did not care, and the
And like,
promo.
but bro, other than that though, perfect show, bro. Like honestly, I can honestly tell you, watching week by week, Raw has gotten better. And God bless you both. Thank you, Jordan. And
On Penta, that would be a match.
bro, if Javon were to beat Rusev and then Penta beat Ethan Page, I would love to see that match.
Me too. I would take that. Javon and Penta, that could be a match for
And
sure.
bro, I was just saying this earlier. I would love to see Rusev be the world champion.
I just don't
Because,
see it. They don't
like I
treat him
said,
like one.
if Lana was his mouthpiece, bro, I think he'd be back in the main event.
But they don't treat him like anything, bro. He. When I heard his music, I was like, what? Rusev? Like, where have you been, really?
But I agree with you. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he did win last week. He lost this week, but he's on TV, and his promo was great.
Yeah, I just feel like he's such a loser in a way, and not me actually calling him that, but that's what he's booked like.
Oh no, I 100% agree with you. But at the same time, I do think there's potential there to make him a star.
I agree. If they continue it, they got something because he's great. It's just how you book him. But Ethan Page has to defeat Penta at Saturday night's main event, and the Street Profits have to win the titles. Those are my two predictions for that show on May
That would be
23rd.
so good. So you know what I was thinking, bro?
What's
You
up?
know how they brought back the Hell in a Cell and they made it cool for Punk and Drew?
Yeah.
I was thinking with Roman and Jacob, you could probably end up doing that.
Or Last Man
Or
Standing.
I'd like to say 3 stages of hell,
That
with the
too.
main event being Hell in a Cell.
They're
Like
for sure fighting again.
I just want to see something we haven't seen in a while. I want this to be special. Like, bro, I truly think Jacob, truthfully, is going to be the next big thing. I
He
have
will.
been enjoying his work, bro.
Him and Oba, bro. WrestleMania. Oh my gosh.
And Oba versus Sheamus, someone called the police. Yes, sir.
For real.
That's another match, bro. That like you put that in a match where they can be extremely hard hitting and just like
I'm all
destroy
for it.
each other.
I'm all for it.
Oh, I'm all in, bro. And Powerhouse versus Gunther. That would be great.
Oh,
And then you
oh,
said inside a steel cage.
that's even better.
Woo. And Jacob
Jacob
versus
versus Oba.
Oba, and I miss
I bet.
Kevin Owens so
I
much.
can't wait to see Kevin Owens, bro.
I was about to say good news. Good news. Kevin Owens will be back, and I do believe he will be back at the Royal Rumble.
If
I'm
that's
calling it.
true,
It's May 11th, 2026. I'm calling this right now for January 2027.
I think or SummerSlam. I honestly think he'll be at SummerSlam because he was backstage. I read, I think
Yep.
Fightful reported it saying he was
And I
backstage at Backlash.
that tells me he's getting medically analyzed.
Which, if it's not SummerSlam, I'll take the Rumble. But I really hope SummerSlam.
The
KO
reason I
is
say the
missed.
Rumble is because you give him that time to train
Yeah,
because he's been out for over a year.
whatever it is.
But bro, it would be so good to see him back in the ring. I miss
For real.
Kevin Owens.
Me too, brother. But what's your iPad at?
6%.
All right, so we can basically end it here then, because we basically went through everything.
Alrighty. So with that said, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys tomorrow.